Hi, my name is Addison Reese with the Jefferson County League of Women Voters. I'm here with Patsy Noland. Patsy's been a public servant for over 30 years, currently nearing the end of her last term as county commissioner. Prior 2 years on the county commission, she served as the clerk of the circuit court and county magistrate. First of all, thank you so much for doing this with the league. My first question is, what motivated you to seek elective office?
Well, as I was younger, when I was younger, I certainly had no political ambition whatsoever, and frankly, I still don't. but I was a magistrate assistant, and I worked for a magistrate EW Day, EFE Day, better known as EFE, for prior to my decision to run for magistrate. He he needed a magistrate assistant, and I was looking for a full-time job, and it worked out great. And so I became his assistant in later in 1979. I think it was September of 1979 that I was appointed as his magistrate assistant. So I worked for him until the end of 1984, when another magistrate, at the time there were two. And so in 1985, there was going to be a third magistrate appointed. And of course, you had to run for the position. So I decided to use my knowledge and experience, having been a magistrate assistant for 5 years, and thought, well, why not? I can do this job. I understand it. I know how it works. And so I felt like I would be a really good candidate to step into that third position. And so that's why I ran. It was a great experience. And obviously I liked it because I kept doing it.
Yeah, you did it for a while.
I did.
What have been the rewards from being in elected office?
What are the rewards? The rewards, I think whenever you can serve the public in an elected position, it's a real honor. And a lot of people may not see it that way. It's an honor for those of us who serve. At least it has been for me. I've taken it very seriously. And to me, the biggest reward is having someone come up to me and say, thank you for your service. It's been, and I've had that a lot from people, even still today, 20 some years later, I get people come up to me, still call me Magistrate Noland. And, and they say, I'll never forget what you did for me when I was in your court. And so there's nothing more rewarding than being appreciated for the work you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest reward to me. Yeah.
Have attitudes changed toward women in politics over the course of your career?
I think so. I think women have done that for themselves. They become more involved, more vocal. They've been such huge advocates for everything in the political arena. From just it's really warm and heartening to see people, women especially, put themselves out there. Women are so busy. We have families.
Yeah.
Look at you, families, full-time jobs. We have so many things to think about and so much to do in our personal lives. And so I think for women to want to get involved, we should be involved because, we really are, we really get things done. And so it's I think it's wonderful, and I'm really glad to see more women becoming involved. And I think having seen our county evolve since I first became involved in 1984 when I became the magistrate assistant, excuse me. We look at several positions in the county, and yeah, we have really evolved, and women have come a long way since then. And we've done it for ourselves.
So, that kind of, have you seen the number of women increasing over the years? You kind of said you have seen that more and more.
Yes, I have. And, the county clerk's position that was held by a man when I first became involved. And when I became a magistrate assistant, there were two at the time, and both of them were men. And look at circuit judges. We now have, what, 3 female circuit judges in the Eastern Panhandle. I hope I'm not leaving anyone out, and family court judges too. And so, I think we have, we've shown an interest, and we've gotten out and we work for it. No one has given us anything. We
Yep.
work really hard to do what we're doing, and and I hope we see that trend continue.
What advice would you give to women interested in politics?
You have to be willing to, you have to grow a thick skin. It's very difficult because at every level, you make the decisions that you make because you're looking for what's best for the county as a whole. And that's the thing. When I first became a county commissioner, I was trained to be a county commissioner, not only through my experience and having worked in the county and understanding, both the judicial system, the county system of government. And I think that is a huge plus right there. But I think that, I think anyone who is looking to take the leap and to run for public office, you have to be able to take criticism as well as compliments. The compliments are very few, frankly. And it is very difficult some days. And it can cause a lot of sleepless nights. Not too many for me, because I've been, I think I have been weathered, I guess you could say, from the beginning of my service as a public servant to now. And it's sort of a growth thing that you have to do. So you have to grow into be able to take criticism and just take it and try to understand where everyone is coming from. There are always 2 sides or more, at least 2 sides of an issue. And people always have great ideas and great comments, and they really make you think about what you're doing. And that's the way it should be. You have to consider all sides. And so if you're not able to do that, you should never have an agenda when you run for office, because you're going to soon find out that agenda is not going to work if you're going to represent everyone. You just can't. You just have to, and like I said, there are always 2 sides. You just have to make the best decision you can for the good of whatever office you're holding. But as a county commissioner, you always put the county first. That is one of the main things that was drilled into my head by the person after I became a commissioner. Leslie Smith was our administrator then, and she drilled that into my head over and over. Always put the county first. And I've always tried to do that.
Yeah. Are there any other comments or experiences you'd like to share?
Well, the only thing that I would like to say is it has been such an honor. I don't know that people really think of it that way. I'm not sure that people in public office think of it that way. But when you think about what it took to get to be elected, and the people out there have put their confidence and trust and faith in you, it truly is an honor to represent them at any level of government. And so I am so appreciative of having having all these years behind me of political office. And I'm probably the least political person I know. And so it's really something that I will treasure forever. Yeah. And wonderful memories, a great education too, by the way. So it's been quite an experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Addison. I really appreciate the opportunity.